Yet again, back at the airport on the way to San Diego to practice Dynasty. It'll be our last weekend of practice outside of the venue before the actual tournament starts. So a lot of what we learned last weekend, we're going to dial in a little bit this weekend, start to run some actual plays that we're going to run at the event, personnel that we're going to run at the event, as well as just very minute details that we're going to adjust so we can go into our venue practice absolutely ready. So a little update. It is midnight, California time, which means it's what, 2 o'clock our time? It's 2 o'clock back home. We've yet to get a rental car. We're debating on leaving Thomas at the airport because he hasn't even taken off yet to get here.
There's not a debate.
Callie decided to save $3 a day by going with Fox Rent-A-Car. But they have a line that's literally a mile long. Should have went with Dollar, which doesn't have a line, or Hertz, which also doesn't have a line. Alamo's not even that bad.
Pretty much everywhere doesn't have a line, besides Firefox.
We took Fox. Well, we're finally getting out of here. I think we're gonna make time for In-N-Out though before we go. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and we finally made it to the hotel. We gotta be back downstairs in 5 hours, so we are going to sleep. Morning, guys. We're awake. Not enough sleep. So good practice so far. Got a couple points in with Dynasty. We've got like a 3-team rotation going on, so we're 4 points on, 2 points off. We are off currently, going over some game plans. So far a good day, man. Like best weather we've had all year for practice. Gonna go back out there and get some more points in. There's not gonna be a whole lot of playing footage in today's vlog, just out of respect of Dynasty, the guys that we're playing. You know, for the weekend before a tournament, and they're dialing their plays and lines and that kind of stuff in. So just out of respect for those guys, I'm not gonna show a whole lot of like playing footage from today. But I'll put what I can in here for you guys. Right now, there's just some of us still out here doing a couple like 2-on-2 drills. It's funny because the two teams that play each other on this layout really dictate the pace of how it's gonna be played. Like last weekend, X Factor, they're a really fast kind of in-your-face team, and we are as well. And it kind of showed last weekend. You know, we played really fast and, you know, tons of points, met at the wall a lot, traded out bodies in the snake. With Dynasty, you know, like they like to play the slow pocket, you know, cross the guns in the middle, and, you know, we had to play that way against them today. So it was a lot slower pace on the field today than we got last weekend. I just think that's a testament to, you know, you got to be diverse going into these tournaments, because depending on who you play and how the field is playing, that's really going to dictate the personnel and the pace that you need to play on the field. But all in all, it was a good day. Like I said, last practice before we go to the tournament, dialing some stuff in. We did a little bit of personnel changes on some of the lines, and then we also changed some of the plays that we're going to go with, which I'm kind of excited about. I think it worked out really well, and I think that we got a lot of stuff figured out today after, you know, playing X Factor last weekend and now playing against Dynasty this weekend. Got a couple good looks, and we know how we're going to press forward with how we're going to play the layout. So we're getting out of here, going to get some Mexican food, and then it is back to the hotel, get in the hot tub as quick as we can, and then going to bed. We're all exhausted after getting in at 3 this morning, and I think we're gonna lose an hour of sleep tonight, so definitely need to get some sleep. Give you guys one more good look at the field, and then we are out of here. Well, the time change definitely got us. Still super tired. I think Thomas is hurt, so we'll see how that plays out.
He wrapped the inside, but placed out of back center.
Alright, so I haven't had much time to check in with you guys. Been going like 100 miles an hour for the past couple hours. My original flight coming home from San Diego on Delta got completely screwed up. I was gonna have to fly coast to coast and then back home to Oklahoma. Wouldn't get home till like noon tomorrow. So booked a one-way on Southwest, canceled that ticket. Barely got on the last flight out of San Diego to get me home. We are currently in Phoenix. Got like an hour, hour and a half here, a little layover, and then home. Get there about 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Once we get that wrapped up, got a full day of work when I get back home, and then gotta do some laundry and straight to Vegas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this weekend. Like I said, couldn't show you guys a whole lot of the actual playing that was going on, just out of respect for everybody that was there. A bunch of pro teams though, Russians, Ironman, us, Dynasty, so good turnout there. But you guys need to check in. NXL event is this week coming up. Go subscribe to the webcast so you can get all the action going on, and I'll see you guys in Vegas.